The purpose of this video is to show you around the Visual Basic environment within Excel. First, I'd like to show you the project window. Each Excel workbook has a project associated with it. This is where the Visual Basic code is stored. In this case, I have one workbook open, Book 2. If I were to have multiple workbooks open, I would see a project associated with each workbook. Below the project window is the properties window. Here, I can change the properties associated with project 1. For instance, it gives me the option to change the name. I'm going to change the name to John Howe's Project. Press Enter. You will now notice that I have renamed my module in the project window. Let's click the drop-down button next to our project. Here you will see two folders, Microsoft Excel Objects, we'll look at this at a later date, and a Modules folder with Module 1 in it. Initially, your project will have no modules associated with it, but Microsoft creates one automatically when you record a macro. Think of a module as a container for holding Visual Basic code. Let's select our module. This opened the code window. Here we can see the code that was recorded when we recorded our macro earlier. A few things to note. Your macro will begin with sub followed by the macro name. It will end with end sub. This will be true for every macro you write. Again, every macro will begin with sub, macro name, and end with end sub. You will also notice green text in the macro. Green text is used for comments. To create a commented line, start it with an apostrophe. This tells Visual Basic that this line is informational only and is not code to execute. Now you'll notice down in the Properties window, you can change the name of the module. Let's change the name to Test Module. Now you'll notice the module name has changed in the project window. That's all I'm going to show you for now in the Visual Basic environment.